Hey, Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just gonna say a quick story before I get into this that I forgot about. One of my good friends from Egypt, Robert, basically like invited me out to his like family farm, his uncle's farm, and just like beach house in Lake Wawasee in northern Indiana, and it was beautiful. I went there and I saw a lot of white people. I did not see Arab people for a very long time, although I did see some Hispanic people. Apparently, there's a group there, but everybody was so nice to me. And you would think in such a rural area where there weren't a lot of, there wasn't a lot of diversity, that people would be more close-minded and racist, but it was not like that at all. Everyone was so nice, so open-minded, so welcoming. And so you come back to Michigan, which is 2 or 3 years ago. It was number three in diversity and number one in hate crimes, according to the FBI. And just 2 days ago, so my friends are coming, and if you don't know already, it's Ramadan, so Muslims are fasting for this whole month. It ends either this Thursday or Friday, depending on your views. It's according to the lunar calendar, and so we fast from dawn, before sunrise, until sunset. So we're doing that for 30 days straight, and we have to pray 5 times a day as well. And one of them is at dawn, and one of them is at sunset. So that's the first one and the fourth one in the day. And so my friends are coming from out of town about an hour away, and they have to go to a place that's 30 minutes past my house. And so I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna drive down, meet you next to the highway. Let's break fast. Let me get you a snack, and we could just pray over there. I have no problem just taking a carpet, putting it down wherever, and just praying. So that just reminds me, I need to pack a carpet because I'm leaving in like 15 minutes. So they get there, we see them, we meet them at Arby's. If you know where that is, that's 12 Mile in Orchard Lake in Farmington Hills, Michigan, next to Ruby Tuesdays. And we start praying Maghrib, and I'm leading prayer, and I'm praying. And about two-thirds the way through, so that's my second rak'ah for people who know, Islam in Arabic, I just hear this guy start rushing up behind us. And we're facing, let's say this way, and he's like right behind us. So I could just hear his voice. And he's like, "What the F are you guys doing? What the?" And he's just saying the F word over and over and over. And I'm just like, "Oh man, we're about to die here in Farmington Hills, Michigan. It's a very diverse area." And I was like, "Wow, we're about to die in prayer, huh?" I was like, "That's pretty." Because when we're praying, we can't stop or talk to other people around. But there's no masjid, there's no place of prayer that's close by. So what are we supposed to do? We just pick up a carpet, put it on the grass, and just start praying. Um, and we're just praying, and then as I'm on the third rak'ah, the third part out of the three, so I'm on the last, third. This car rolls up right in front of us in the other parking lot, and this lady screaming, and she's like, "Yeah, look at them! What are they doing? I'm gonna go call Jenny or some other lady." And they're all screaming, and I was like, "Oh man, we're gonna be on Fox News. We're gonna be on Fox News tonight, and they're gonna be like, Muslims are taking over. They're praying in our areas and stuff like that. They're gonna totally change and skew the news." Or, I mean, the guy sounded like a huge, I'm gonna be maybe racist or generalize here, and I'm very sorry about it. They're not all like this, and I know this. But I just imagine this huge white guy with tattoos and skinhead, and he's gonna bring his biker friends, and they were just gonna kill us. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna die here. I'm not gonna make it to Denver, which is where I'm going in now 10 minutes. But I finished prayer, and I just turned around, and I took a deep breath. And prayer really soothes the soul, makes you calm. I just turned around and I said, "Hi, sorry about that. We were praying. Um, what's up?" And he's like, "What do you guys do?" And I was just there, and he obviously had been drinking a lot. I think it was the Michigan game or something. And so he's like, "I just see you guys, pull out your carpets and start putting your heads on the ground." So I don't know if you know how Muslim prayer looks like. In fact, I'm just gonna do a quick demonstration, just so you can know if you see someone doing this, it's absolutely normal. One part you're standing up, and then you bow down, and then you stand back up. And I'm actually facing Mecca right now, and then you go down for a prostration. You do that 2 times. And that is considered one segment of prayer, just so you know. So if you see somebody doing this on the street, you'll know that they're a Muslim. And so I was just like, yeah, you know what? we were praying, so we couldn't respond, and we have to do this 5 times a day. And he was like, "Yeah, that's cool. You should pray even more than that. Just pray for all the people in the world." And I quickly learned, I was like, okay, he means no harm by it. He was just, I don't know why he was using such language. Maybe it's normal. I don't know. I haven't been around people who swear a lot lately, so it was just weird. I thought he meant harm, um, and he just goes into this tirade about, praying and stuff. And he's like, I pray all the time. You should pray in the morning. And I was like, in fact, we do pray in the morning. Yeah. Um, and so he was cool about it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Over 1 billion people actually in the world, believe in these 5 prayers a day. And a lot of people all over do it. I'm Muslim. He's like, yeah, that's cool. You can be Muslim. He's like, I just thought, if I came to you, you're going to pull out a gun and shoot me, Afghanistan type stuff. And I was like, no, no, not at all. I think you're making connections that aren't there. Um, and he's like, yeah, but over 6 trillion people in the world, they just pray just for the sake of praying. It's like informal, and I didn't want to correct him on the number. I was just like, yeah, sure. What's your name? I think it was Robert or something, as well. He shook his hand, and I said, my name's Tamam, and it's nice to meet you, and take it easy. Uh, so I mean, it was interesting that he just approached it that way, and the lady drove by, and it really made me feel uncomfortable. And one of my friends told me, he's like, "This is why I don't like praying in public. Is just putting it out there, and it shouldn't be this way. We should be more open minded and just accepting of new things." And if you've been keeping up with the news in the U.S., I know, just horrified. Again, this has to do. We had these discussions so many times in Egypt in the classroom with American students, and they're like, "Look at what they're doing to the Coptic people in Egypt, and how they don't let them have." A church unless the local government allows it and stuff like that, and then they have problems. And it's much more nuanced than that. And my professor, I love dearly, and he is Coptic. He explained that it was more nuanced than that, and he was like, "It's not that big of a problem as you guys are making it." I come back to the U.S. and what's going on? They're trying to build an Islamic center next to where the Twin Towers were, where Burlington Coat Factory is, and there's this, all this huge, I don't know what you call it, hullabaloo, just big ruckus, I can't think of the right word right now in the English language, sorry, but, there's this big reaction to this Islamic center, even though the local government approved it. The mayor, Bloomberg, said, you know what, this is religious freedom, we're supposed to stand for this, that's what makes us different than Saudi Arabia, and even though President Obama, is endorsing it, and it's been there for years, people are blowing it out of proportion. And then you have Murfreesboro, which is actually where one of my roommates in Egypt is from, and these people, and then you have to burn the Quran Day. What's up with that? They're burning my holy book, which is so offensive to me on September 11th. It's just it's very interesting, and I hope that the people in my class who are there and we're discussing and being like, Egyptians are so racist, we come back here and it's like, hey, you know what? People are really being racist against me, and um, again, in places I didn't expect it, people were so open-minded, so cool just about everything, and in other places where you'd expect it, it's like, yeah, democracy, freedom, all this stuff, you don't really see it. So it's really sad. I'm really saddened, and I'm quite concerned about going to Europe, which is where I'm going next, hopefully, inshallah, um, because some parts of Europe seem to have more racism than even America, and other parts seem to be, it's not even an issue. And so we'll see. I mean, every place you just have to feel it out and see what's up. So yeah, in about 7 minutes, I'm leaving the house. I'm going to Denver, Colorado to take this course on teaching English. That's how I intend to fund my future travels for the next few years. And I'm really excited. Never been to Colorado, so I'll probably post a few things there. Hopefully get into the mountains one or two weekends and just see nature. I love nature, so just get up into the mountains. All right, take care, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Please wish me good luck on my trip.